Hey guys, Bang Bang Scooter Gang here, and kind of another update here. You guys been asking about doing an oil change. I know specifically you meant the Hellcat. I will be getting one here very shortly, but Tom here, I'm going to do one on his bike, so we're same concept, literally the exact same procedure. So if you guys are excited to see one, just follow this video until I can get a Hellcat one out. But meanwhile, this is the Ice Bear Feruza, and we are getting and doing an oil change on here, and Tom's bike, so he's going to go ahead and do that for you guys.
I'll first of all show you guys what all you need. Basically, all you need for this bike here in particular, for this engine, all you need is a 17mm socket, deep or shallow. I mean, deep would probably be decent because you don't need the extension then. But also have a 3/8 extension here. This is all 3/8 drive stuff, including the ratchet. So this is literally all you need. You just take. This is all you need to take the drain plug out.
Get yourself a little drain pan. The Feruza here sits a little low, so we had to get some a little lower. But if not, a drain pan will fit underneath here in the Hellcat here.
Yeah, like this, right here.
That bad boy.
Yep. But anyway, there's two plugs underneath this thing. Some people might get a little confused by it. I know I was a little confused by it at first. There's this plug here. This is your actual drain plug. It's the one right next to the exhaust. I'm not sure if Adam's is the same. I don't know if you want to go there and check it out.
Exact same.
Okay, and then you got this little plug here. This has a push rod inside of it. I'm suspecting it's what runs the oil pump inside the engine, but I'm not 100% certain because I never actually took the case off of it, the whole side case off. But I'm sure when I need to do a clutch in this thing at some point, well, the clutch is on this side, but I'm sure you might have to mess with that side a little bit. But I'm sure if I ever had to do a clutch, I'd probably have to take that plug out anyway. But yeah, but this is the plug you gotta take out for the oil. So we're just gonna go ahead and pop this plug out here. The oil is probably gonna be really black because I've been kind of neglecting doing an oil change on it.
What do you say is a good for these bikes here to change your oil on?
What do you say? Probably like 300 or 500 miles.
Yeah, I mean you don't have to do it that frequent, but it is such a small bike and not much oil is in it to begin with. So and if you're, oh yeah, look at that. She's still good yet.
Yeah,
just
you can
kidding.
smell it. It's definitely smells like it's used.
Whew. But yeah, I would say that would be a good standby, 300 to 500, just for the factor of, I'm sure all you guys, for the most part, you don't have to, but a lot of you are going to be, everybody's revving these engines up to the max all the time.
Yeah, they're meant to be.
And if you guys found out, these bikes love to be shipped. These bikes love when you shift them at high RPMs. Most of the time, when you're shifting at low RPMs, it doesn't sound that good. Sometimes it gets a little jerky, and it sounds like, oh man, this thing isn't shifting right, or sometimes it has trouble going to gear. Just you rev it up and you shift at a higher RPM, usually you're golden and smooth sailing, and that's how we found it with all of them. SSR, Tao, and I'm sure the Ice Bear's like that too.
Oh yeah, they're all like that.
So
that's where they make their power.
yeah.
Now,
So it doesn't hurt doing it. Put it that way. It's better to do it than Oh geez, Tom, look.
What? Split right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because I over tightened it. It's not leaking. It's not leaking, so it's good.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So as you guys can see, it holds about a quart of oil, maybe a little less. It's probably about 0.8.
I did not even notice it. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That it has a little thing.
Yeah.
Yo, we should start using that little thing now.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, guys, Bang Bang Scooter Gang just found its new oil pan drain thing. That is awesome. I'm so excited. What is that? Where'd you even get that?
I found it back there. It was full of a bunch of nonsense.
Full bunch of nonsense.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this will work.
Freaking rights, boys.
But yeah. And another thing you can do to really help get the oil out of it is rock it back and forth a little bit, because sometimes the oil will sit over here on this side of the engine. So if you rock it back and forth, sometimes you'll notice it. If you see how this more just came out right there, you just rock it back and forth. See how more and more is coming out of it.
Yeah, it's always good. I don't know what you're doing, Tom. You don't have to. Just another thing, if you have an extra cheap quart of oil or anything with you, just because it's such a small oil consumption when you put it in, I actually found like just some cheap 10W30 or whatever you want. You know, spend a couple bucks, just dump it inside it, splash it around, let that drain too. Kind of like a little flush in a sense. You don't have to. I'm sure it's just. It's so cheap enough that
I guess that's what I can use this little bit of oil for.
What's that?
This little bit of oil here. This is from my last oil change. I didn't get I didn't use it all because I've added a little bit of oil stabilizer in it, but
Oh, well, there you go.
I could dump that a little bit in there.
There you go. You don't have to do that. It's just something that me personally, I just thought of doing the other time I did an oil change, and I guess it worked out good. Made it nice because there's still gonna be a little bit left over inside the. Actually, guys, it doesn't hurt to also take the dipstick out too to let it all drain there. I mean, it's not really gonna do much on these bikes, but.
So those of you who have one of these ice bears, or any of these bikes for that matter,
yeah.
What I did with this thing for my first oil change, when I had the dipstick out, I actually took a silver paint marker and actually like colored this all in, so it helps you see the oil better, believe it or not. Because when they're like just this color the whole way down, it's like impossible to see the oil. Like you have no idea where it's at half the time. But since I did that, it really helps me out a lot. You can actually see what's going on. Probably clean that up. There's a lot of dirt around there.
Yeah, you don't want that kind of engine. Don't want that dirt in that engine. But yeah, again, you don't have to throw that extra oil in or anything. It's just you dump it in, you let it drain out, flush it out. You can also put the drain plug back in it, throw it in there, kind of shake it around, take it back out, and you will see some more oil kind of get out. It'll be a little black, but that's just just get like $2 oil, throw it in there, dump it out, and you'll be good. That's it, and you'll be alright on that. Hey, you don't have to. It's just doesn't hurt. So, and again, the bikes are so small and cheap enough, you can do it. So, but Tom's getting ready here to clean everything up and probably get some oil in here shortly here. So, we'll show you that process here in a second.
With the drain, oh, you're not running. So, me personally, I prefer to do it when the drain plug's still out. So over there, as this going in, it's basically getting in there and just pushing all the old stuff out. So I don't know if you guys can see down there. See down there, as I'm dumping it in, you're going to see it run right out. It'll take a little bit to get there. It's got to run through all the oil galleries.
Look at it. Yeah, look at that black.
Yeah, he's pushing it all over there.
It's come out a little cleaner now, but black chunks did come out of it, so, well, not chunks, but.
I would hope your oil wasn't chunky. If your oil is chunky, you're going to have some issues. Yeah, look how dark that oil is. That's definitely been overdue. For sure.
Yeah, really. But as you see, guys, that's all you gotta do for an oil change. These bikes do not have oil filters. You guys were asking. So that's one thing you don't have to buy. Tom, what do you like to run in your bike and your Ice Bear as far as oil goes?
Well, during the winter, this is what I had in it. This is Castrol. It's made for ATVs or any kind of motorcycle, really. It's 4T. I'm pretty sure that's what pretty much everybody runs.
Yeah, and these bikes call for 10W40. That's just a manufacturer for these bikes.
But I'm going to try this stuff here this time. This is 1540. It's slightly heavier. It won't thin out in hot weather. Beings around here is going to get probably, 100 degrees?
It's going to get pretty
hot. During
hot.
the summer, yeah, it's going to get pretty hot.
They're air cooled, so, we're going to be,
The oil's definitely going to thin out a little bit as it gets hotter. So we're going to give that a shot. We're going to see how that performs with it.
And why we want 15, does that say 50?
That's 15, yeah, 50.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 1540, yeah.
Did I say 1540?
I don't know.
Anyway,
honestly
it's 1550.
And you're doing that just because it's heavier.
Yeah, it's a little bit heavier. It won't thin out as much when it gets hot.
So it'll probably still keep your bike a little cooler.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
It'll help protect the bearings a little bit better, the cylinder walls and all that stuff inside.
Yeah, so if you want, you can go a little heavier in oil in the summertime. It'll keep your bike a little cooler. And summertime or wintertime, you can stick with the stock stuff. I probably wouldn't want to go too lower. I would probably stay with obviously recommendation.
Yeah,
because remember the thinner, you don't want to go too thin.
Even if you go thinner, then the oil's still gonna thin out. So why not just stick with what it calls for originally?
Yeah.
When it gets cold out, it's still gonna thin out, so you'll still be fine.
Exactly. But this is getting all flushed out for you guys, and we're gonna get ready to put this oil in here and. That would be a simple oil change for you guys.
Yeah. Lucky for me, my oil fill is really easy to get to compared to your bike.
I know, look at this. On the Ice Bear, which is nice, this is like literally straight and right off to the side.
I can just literally take this jug and just go bloop right in.
Then you come over here to the Hellcat. It's just kind of a horrible location. Here, you want to tilt the bike up straight? Yeah. You come over here and it's like, oh, let's stick out 10-foot freaking oil things and start dumping the oil down from over here. Remember the first time I did, I was in the parking lot when I first got the bike. I was like, I should probably, I just douse the whole engine, just full of oil.
That's just rust proofing.
It's just,
Don't worry
really.
about that. That's just rust proofing.
SR, same way. But
I think I'm the...
actually, no, his ain't too bad. But yeah, guys. So we're gonna get ready to throw this dipstick in there, throw some oil on her, put the plug back in her after the oil runs back out. Just kidding, don't do that.
This is an option too that I got. I brought this from work. It's basically a shop solvent, pretty much. I'm just gonna use it basically to clean my drain plug, make sure there's no metal or anything like that on it. That's pretty much about the only thing you need this for, really. I just brought it home just because I didn't know if I was gonna need it for anything else. And it's just nice to have around in general.
So yeah, so this is an oil change video for you guys, and like I said, this is the literally identical video we're gonna be doing for the Hellcat. The literally exact same way, just now I'll be doing an oil change, and but
I think it'll probably be the exact amount of oil too.
Oh yeah, it'll be.
I think they're all about the same.
It'll be the exact same. Same
quart.
process, same oil, same procedure. But just so you guys would like to see it on the Hellcat, because there's no reason why I can't just do it on the Hellcat. We're gonna do one anyway for you guys. But just for you guys who are a little anxious right now, Tom was anxious to get his done. So you guys can follow this video, and just for giggles, you can watch the Hellcat when it's out too. So.
I don't know where all this oil is coming from, but it's still running out of there. Like
Well, remember, you did put a little bit in, so...
Yeah.
But, yeah, dude, I had that mine sitting for a while, and it's slowly, like...
Stop leaking!
Eased its way out. So, but we're going to get ready to put some oil in her, and that'll conclude today's video, so... Alright, guys, so we're getting ready to put the plug back in here, and to conclude our video, like I said, we're going to throw it all back together, throw some oil in her, and show you.
I don't know if you guys ever wanted to do this. I didn't. I don't think I did the first time I ever did this. You can replace this little O-ring here. It doesn't really need to be replaced. I don't think I did mine. It's basically just to seal it up to the block. So basically, obviously, you just put the drain plug back in, reverse the way you took it back out. If I can get it started. Here we go. When you do your first oil change, you'll figure out that the drain plug is very, very tight to the exhaust. You obviously just finger tighten it. When you tighten it, you don't want to go too tight with it. You just want to get it a little snug, just to make sure it ain't gonna fall out. It's pretty much just like, as a rule of thumb, I go probably about like a quarter of a turn right there. So say you're starting here, you want to end about right there, tighten. Once you do that, it should be good. And then just wipe everything off, or spray it off with shop solve, like I did.
Yeah, any solvent will work. We're not specifically saying this one in general. Just it's any other type of solvent.
Anything that says like brake clean on it, it'll work.
Yeah. Now with Tom's bike, it's a little easier. His bike's right here, so you can literally just pour the thing over and pour it in there. So we won't need a funnel for this one. You can, just to recite. But we're getting ready to put our oil in.
I forget how much. I think it's like 0.8 or something like that.
0.8.
It's not a full quart.
Your bike's not a full quart?
No, it might be. I don't know.
Yeah, well, mine's a full quart.
Because I put a little bit of stabilizer in that, and I used only about,
well, you put some stabilizer in now.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I don't want to put a full quart in.
You were saying stabilizer, Tom. What's all this stabilizer nonsense?
When I did that, I ran Lucas oil stabilizer in it. I've run the, I think it was a pure synthetic. They make a heavier stuff, but that stuff's like, it literally looks like syrup coming out. Like it's like real stringy. The pure synthetic's a little bit thinner for like thinner weight engines, like my car or like the bike here or any of these bikes in here for that matter. It's a little bit extra protection, a little bit more friction.
No, you don't want to put a whole lot in that, right?
No, you don't want to substitute oil for that.
What do you say? Whatever how much you put in, take a quarter of it out and replace it, or a little less?
I honestly think I forgot what the actual product says. I think it says like for badly worn engines, it's like you want to do like 50% oil and 50% stabilizer.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's a lot.
I didn't know that.
If you guys get the bottle, you'll be able to see it. I think it's on.
Oh yeah, it does tell you on the back.
It does tell you on the back.
You look at Lucas Oil, it'll tell you. Actually, I don't think it's 50%. I think it's 25%.
I think it's 25% for not badly worn engines.
Okay.
So say you got an engine that's smoking, they want you to put that in there to help keep it from smoking, but
okay.
No matter what oil you put in an engine that's smoking, it's not going to help it not smoke. It's still going to do it. It's still going to burn oil.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys don't have to do that. That's just something like Tom likes to do, and it doesn't hurt. It helps. So that's all. See what you guys want to do. Let's make this kid real nervous. Don't spill it. Don't spill it. Come on, don't spill it. Oh, okay. Don't spill it. Oh my! You got a little bit on your engine.
No, I didn't.
Do we burn the engine now? Do we get rid of it?
I think we get rid of it.
Oh man.
Replace it.
It's contaminated.
Yep, it's contaminated. Get rid of it. Oh, that's a perfect pour right there.
Perfect.
I don't know how much more perfect you want to get.
All right, guys. Challenge. Whoever can do a perfect pour without spilling it just we'll let you guys deal with the rest of that conversation. But simple as that, guys. Very simple. Literally takes. I mean, we kind of went in depth and talked throughout the video, but it's less than 15 minutes. You can have this bike done, ready to roll. So, and with the Hellcat, what we're gonna do though is the same process, but I'm probably gonna do pretty much I'll show you how like a good tune-up on the bike. So I'll show you like a little bit of carb work, check your spark plug, you know, kind of go over like a whole routine maintenance. Because I already did my oil change not too long ago, but I'm going to go through and do a whole maintenance on the bike and kind of get you ready for the summer and springtime, which is already in there a little bit. We haven't gotten that out yet, but I'm sure you guys appreciate that. And for any newcomers out there or anything about these bikes. So, but this is literally an oil change for the Ice Bear and for any of them else. But
if you want to do me a favor here.
Oh, okay. So guys, he's got the oil in. He's going to throw his dipstick in, check it, make sure it's good. It's always a good way to do it. For these bikes, is it like a car? Do you want to start it up, make sure, let it run through, and then put it back? Or is it just...
I mean, you could do that. I mean, there isn't too much that has to cycle through. For the most part, everything's going to be kind of filled up with oil, unless you're running it, like, unless it's a completely dry engine, like you just rebuilt it. Yeah. That's about the time you're going to want to start it and get everything primed. I mean, it doesn't hurt at all to start it up and run it first and then check it. But I like to check it before I start it just to make sure the level is going to be good once it starts.
Correct.
But
all right, guys, we're going to put this dipstick in, get ready to check, see if this is all good.
This is John, but anything can happen.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to start it up. He put about a 0.8 oil in it. And we're going to start it up and it's right at the line. So we're going to start it up and see if it goes down a little bit or anything like that.
She's cold-natured.
Yeah. All right. Let's check her. See how she is. Let's. Guess we'll get this bike a level here.
See if I can smash my noggin on my mirror up there.
Nah.
All right. Now the rule of thumb when you go to recheck it, I'm sure anybody who's mechanically inclined or for those who is new to this, you obviously want to wipe your dipstick off before you recheck it again, because then you might be getting false readings from the oil splashing around or whatever. But yeah, wipe it off, redip it, thread it all the way down in. That's what's going to give you your true reading. So when you do that, thread it all the way down until it's flush, like it's tight, unthread it, and then just pull it straight up out and check it.
Where we at?
It's right on that line. Might add a little bit more to it. But as a general rule of thumb, you want it to be between the top of this line, where you can see it's silver, all the way down to about, that's the low mark right there. That's the minimum mark. You don't want to go any lower than that. You don't want to run it like that. So anywhere in between this space, you'll be fine.
Alright guys, well that concludes our video. Tom's going to get the last final touches on here. And hope you guys enjoyed that oil change video. Again, this is for the Ice Bear Feruza on Tom's bike. But we will be getting one on the Hellcat here. And it's going to be a whole tune-up for you too. So, please, if you want to use reference, do the exact same thing as this bike. It'll work for here too. So, go ahead and do your oil changes. And if you're not, we'll just wait. I don't know. But we'll get a video on this and a whole shenanigans for you. Peace, guys. Later.